Hi everyone, in this particular video we will see how to write recursive logic for two particular requirements. One is a factorial of a given number, another one is finding the power of a given number. Okay, so before going to write the recursive logic, I think and I hope that you have an idea how to write iterative logic for the factorial of a given number. Okay, but anyhow I will try to write the code here. So let's say the first one, factorial of a given number. See guys, first try to understand the problem first. What is the meaning of factorial of a given number? If I say, if I want to get the output for what is the 5 factorial? 5 factorial means multiplying a number from the number 5 with its subsequent number 4, subsequent number 3, 2 and so on until 1. Or I can define another way, starting from 1 multiply with subsequent numbers until I reach to the asking number. This is what called. And you have to make sure that what about the 0 factorial? 0 factorial should be 1. So these are the things, and these are the things you have to make it understood. Fine. So can we write the iterative code for this? Iterative? Yes. So what I will do now, I will try to write a function. The function name is, let's say, the factorial guys. Factorial, which is taking the number n as parameter. I mean, this is a function which is meant for to calculate factorial of the given number. And initially I am going to take the fact is one variable which is initialized with 1, and I am going to simply take one for loop for int I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to n, I plus plus. I mean, I started with 1 and then I am going to subsequently multiplying with 2, 3, 4 and 5. I mean, that's what I mentioned up to n, less than or equal to n, less than or equal to n. It is easiest step only, you can understood. Factorial equal to factorial into I, factorial into I, that's it. And once it done, I am going to return simply the factorial value. This is the iterative logic for it. Iterative logic for it. Okay, fine. Then what about the recursive logic? Try to observe. What about the recursive logic? So the recursive logic, if you want to write, you have to know two conditions guys. You have to know two conditions. When I am explaining this particular concept, I mentioned there, one should be the base condition, another should be the recursive condition. Base condition means what? When the problem is going to be stop its execution. So first I will try to build the function. The function name is factorial of int n. So this is the logic. I am going to do that. And when the problem is going to be stopped, when you can able to easily define the answer for it, whenever you select the 0 factorial. 0 factorial. I mean, whenever user provides the input like 0, obviously what will be the answer? You have to return the value 1. This is the base condition. Whenever n value is 0, I will simply return 1 guys. Else you have to return the number n file into its subsequent numbers 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, right? So what I can do, I can call the same function again and again, factorial of n minus 1. Fine. So this is the logic you can able to understood to answer the factorial of a given number. I think it will be clear. Okay, fine. Sir, if I wish to explain with respect to a stack operation, how can I do that? Can I do that? Yes, we can do it. So let me take n values 3 for the sake of simplicity. Somebody is calling with respect to n value 3. So in the main method, let's say void in the main method, somebody is calling factorial of 3. Factorial of 3. So which means that n value is 3. For n value 3, what we have to do? You have to go for inside the body. Does 3 double equal to 0? No. Return n into, what is n value? N value, what is n value? 3 into factorial of what? 2. 3 into factorial of 2. Is there any lines of code need to execute it? No. So that's why I haven't written anything. So nothing is there. So just left as usual. When you have a complex problem, you have to go for this representation. But to make it more clear, the stack will be used here. I am trying to explain with the stack. Now n is equal to 2. You got n value. 2 double equal to 0? No. Then it will perform 2 into factorial of 1. No need to execute further. N is equal to 1. Is 1 equal to double 0? No. Then 1 into factorial of 0. Is there anything need to execute? No. Now n is equal to 0, guys. Is n double equal to 0? Yes. When n double equal to 0, condition is satisfied and it will return what? This particular function will return, observe, this particular function will return 0 to which function? F of 0. So we will get 1 here. What is 1 into 1? What is 1 into 1? 1, not 2. Okay. That 1 will be returned to which one? F of 1. What is, so all things are completed. 2 into 1 what? 2 into 1 is 2. So f of 2 is going to replace with 2. What is 3 into 2? 6. That 6 will be returned to factorial of 3. So finally the answer will be 6, guys. In other words, if I say factorial of 3, right? Factorial of 3 is going to calculate what? Is going to calculate 3 into factorial of 2, right? Does the sentence completed? No. It has to depend on factorial of 2. Factorial of 2 means what? 2 into factorial of 1. What is factorial of 1? 1 into factorial of 0. What is factorial of 0? This entire thing will be 1. 1 into 1, you get back the result 2. Sorry, 1 into 1, I am sorry. 1 into 1, it should be 1. 2 into 1, it will get back the result 2. 3 into 2, you will get back the result as 6. This is the tree representation. This is how you can able to implement the recursive logic for it. Okay. Next problem, let me take the next problem will be, let us try to discuss power of a number. Power of a number. See, power of a number means you can understood something like this. Let me say, I think I have taken it one of the video, k power n. K power n. So if I say k power n, what is the general meaning of it? Trying to multiply a number k with how many times? With itself how many times? For n times. K square means what? K into k. K cube means what? K into k. K power 4 means 4 times. What is k power 0, guys? K power 0? 1. Anything power 0 is 1. Right? Now, shall we write the code for this power of a number? One is, let me go with first, iterative approach. Iterative approach. Guys, iterative approach will be easiest one. You are just going to multiply the same number for n times. Same number for n times. So what you can do? Int power of. Let's say int. What is the number you are trying to multiply the same number again and again? For how many times? Int. Let's say the final result I am going to store in a number result where I would like to multiply. For int I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to n, I plus plus. What I will do? First I will try to multiply the result with k, then I will multiply k with k and so on. So I will try to write result is equal to result into k, guys. Finally I am going to return the result. So this is the logic you have to understood how to perform power of a given number with the help of iterative approach. Now let's see logic for how to write recursive approach. Recursive approach. See guys, it is simple. When the problem will be solved, any idea when the problem will be solved? When the let's say when the n value is 0, when the n value is 0, what is your answer? When the n value is 0, your answer will be 1. So I can write something like that. If n double equal to 0, I am going to simply return 1. Else I am going to multiply same number k with what? Again k. So I am going to pass same k comma remaining number of iterations. Okay, so this is the logic for how to perform power of a given number, right? So for this particular problem, try to solve with respect to stack again, so that you will get more clarity on this. Okay guys, I hope you understood clearly. Thank you.